Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Peace and blessings. Salutations also to the hopefully elect tabernacle of David, the 144,000 out there diligently laboring in his truth and all righteousness and sincerity. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to all of you out there. All right, so back again with another lesson in the spirit of prophecy. I'm going to jump right into it. It says, Democrats expand definition of quote-unquote white supremacy to include Mexicans, Indians, and blacks. See the sign there says, end white supremacy. Now, brothers told you, Israelites, what this man was up to. Remember when Joe Biden had went to the HBCU and he said publicly that the biggest threat to Americans is white supremacy. Now, he even said himself, on stage, he was like, I'm not just saying this because I'm at HBCU, which was a bold-faced lie. But when these devils speak, you got to read between the lines, all right? And we told you, that this devil, he's just using that, demonizing white supremacy thing, that whole narrative, in a greater scheme to eventually come against you Israelites. And that's exactly what this article is going into. So once again, what more do you Israelites need to see for you to realize that the Edomite, all right, the so-called white man is the devil, all right, that he's your enemy? What more proof on top of the already existing proof do you need to see? I mean, it's very plain in black and white, pun intended, you see? So this man came with the whole, I'm going to demonize white supremacy thing. And people looked at it like, oh, finally he's come out and he said that white supremacy is a problem. Now, you got to ask yourself this question. Why would these devils go against their own enterprise? Why would they try to demonize their own agenda unless they were trying to take somebody down with them? It don't make no sense, but it makes sense now. Okay, that's why they've added, it's not just so-called white men, right? They've added Mexicans, Indians, and blacks, okay, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, really, this man wants to come after all the Israelites, all right? But he wants to come after the tribes that he can readily get his hands on. See? So it says, Democrats have officially expanded the definition of quote-unquote white supremacy to include Mexicans, Indians, and blacks who don't follow their woke agenda. So see what this man is doing. Pretty much anyone that comes against his order, his new world order, in fact, is going to be an enemy of the state. All right, even other Edomites, because you have to keep in mind that these white supremacist groups, they're against Amalek, right? So they're against the JOO people. They're against the Israelites. Okay, basically anyone that is not a quote-unquote, as they say, Aryan, right? Anglo-Saxon white, right? Anyone that's not an Anglo-Saxon, they against them. See? And yeah, I mean, you do have Israelite groups out here that do push that black power narrative, which once again, we're not black. We're not black anything. Black is a color in a crayon box. Who we are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's our identity. We are Hebrew Israelites. See, that's our identity. We, we don't claim that black moniker, but you have a lot of groups out here that do claim it. And those are going to be the ones that Esau is going to use to come against this awakening, to demonize it so that he can have a catalyst, a Cassius belly, if you will, to come in like a flood and do the Israelites in. See, Esau is very crafty. This man is, you see, you have to understand that we're at war. You see, this is a spiritual war, and brothers are out there on the street corners. We not harming nobody. We not toting no guns. We not out there beating people up or none of that. We just preaching the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But this man is so bothered. This man is so bothered and so hurt just from the truth going out that he has to find some way to come against this thing, because we not being carnal. We're not operating in carnality. Okay, we're not being like these black, extremists that Esau would say, groups that are gonna pick up guns. We ain't no Black Panthers out here, man. We operating through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And just us preaching the word is bringing this place down. We seen it. So Esau, we already know Esau is not a spiritual man. You see, this when all else fails, Esau resorts back to his blessing, okay, which is what? The sword. See? Because, Esau will lose a spiritual battle every single time. This man is not built for that kind of war. But what he is built for is guns, nukes, armies, troops. That's what he's built for. So he wants us to get on his level. But hey, we not going to do that, because we already see where this devil is going. So he's just going to have to come out and just straight up be the devil that he is. It says, when a violent Mexican shot up a Texas mall recently, the View host Ana Navarro reminded everyone that blacks and Hispanics can be white supremacist terrorists as well. So even if you're not an Edomite, you can still be a so-called white supremacist, all right? Which, once again, you do have extremists. I'm not even going to say extremists. You do have some bugged out people out there that do subscribe to these kind of doctrines. But once again, who has taken the idea that their race is superior and have gone around the four corners of the earth and subjugated pretty much all nations under his rule and forced them to convert to his ways? Okay? It's only one race that did that, but yet he's taking the focus off of them and then putting it on the poor. Okay, putting it on the poor man, the Israelite, the so-called Latino, the so-called black man, the so-called Native American. That's who they want to be the face of so-called white supremacy. So you see how much of a devil that this man is. Once again, Esau is very, very crafty. Okay, the scriptures tell you. Let's get it. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent. Now we know that Esau, he comes in the authority of the serpent. Okay, this man is the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? So you see right there, Satan was trying to cause a reasonable doubt. You see, which, hey, he wants us to basically Esau, what he's been doing, he's been causing us to, cause a reasonable doubt to go against the Most High, trying to weaken our faith through various things that he does, really psychological operations that he performs. See, but hey, it tells you that the serpent was more subtle. Okay, so this serpent here, all right, he's very crafty. He's very deadly with the way that he moves. All right, and if you don't have the wisdom, if you don't have the spirit to really read between the lines of what he's saying, then you will get caught in his snare. Okay, so you see who this man is coming after. Check this out. There's nothing more damaging to the white supremacy narrative than a person of color who bucks the orthodoxy, when a BIPOC escapes the liberal plantation. The corporate media crackers cracked the whip hard. Late on May 22nd, and perhaps the stupidest, likely not verified false flag of all time, an Indian teenager crashed a U-Haul truck into a White House barrier. So see, people know that, all these red flags, all these false flags are going on, you see? And it's obvious, man, because just the kind of things that are happening, like you can tell that it's some BS. You can just see, like who does that? You know what I'm saying? Who would crash a U-Haul truck into a White House barrier? And then from that, now now we're gonna label Indians as terrorists, domestic terrorists because of that, because of one act. But look at what the Edomites have done. Look at what the so-called white man has done. He's gone all around the earth and done terrorist acts. But yet he's not public enemy number one. So that just shows you right there who controls the narrative. That just shows you right there who is in control. See, because a criminal, he's not going to want to take accountability. He's not going to want his dirty deeds to be brought to the light, because ultimately it's going to expose him as the real problem. Jay Fonda said that we need to jail white men to save the planet. So that spirit is already well out here in the earth, that we know who the problem is. But yet because he controls the narrative, he's trying to take the spotlight off of himself and put it on other people. Ain't that some shit? You know what I'm saying? So it says there were no bombs or explosives found on board. The only piece of notable evidence conveniently recovered from the crime scene was a long Nazi flag found in a truck. So you have an Indian, right, Native American teenager crash a U-Haul into a White House barrier. They ain't find no bombs. They ain't find no guns. But what they did find was a Nazi flag. I'll let you you know what? I don't even gotta say no more, because I'm pretty sure y'all can see how ridiculous that this is, right? But this is the devil, all right? Here's the deal, Jack. Even if this Indian white supremacist truck was a totally organic instance of legitimate domestic terrorism, despite how poorly conceived and executed it was, one must be forced to wonder about the mental health status of an Indian guy with a Nazi flag driving trucks into federal barricades without even any explosives. Almost all cases of terrorism that the feds wrap up involves severely psychologically comprised perpetrators. So what you need to take away from this is this devil is coming. All right. He's coming after you Jakes. All right. And this is how you know that the famine of the word is about to come down full force. All right. This Bible is about to be banned. The word is about to be stopped from going out. They about to start scooping up brothers off the streets, coming to brothers' houses, kicking in doors. That's the time that we coming into. Why? Because this devil, as it is written, know that he hath but a short time. So he must demonize the woman. Okay, the scriptures tell you that the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. See, so this man, in this very hour, he is about to come after the elect. Okay, he's about to come after the Lord's chosen, man. All right, and he about to come hard. Okay, because this is his last. See, really all what this man is doing, Esau, this is all to regain the birthright. Okay, this is all to regain his pseudo kingdom of heaven. You see, he wants the birthright back. But Esau, look, you sold the birthright, man. You sold the birthright. So why are you mad? Why are you upset? You ain't care about the birthright. You sold the birthright for one morsel of meat, and you despised it. See, but now you trying to do all these wicked acts to get it back. You think that by destroying the Israelites, that the Lord is going to look at you and be like, well, my people are destroyed, so I got to put Esau. My people, Esau destroyed my people, so now I got to put Esau because there's nobody else. It was Jacob and Esau, right? It would have gone to Esau, but see, it was already prophesied before they was even born that the elder, which was Esau, shall serve the younger, which was Jacob. So Esau, your twisted demonic way of thinking is not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. See, you lost before you was even born. That's the way that the Lord set it up. See, so your wicked and vain imaginations, it's not gonna prosper. All right, the Lord is only gonna let you get but so far, you damn devil. All right, let's go here. Ecclesiastes 12:16, it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Seen Joe Biden go to the HBCU in front of all them jakes and said, white supremacy is the biggest domestic terrorist threat in America. And I'm not just saying that because I'm at a HBCU. This man got up there on stage and bold-faced lied, okay, knowing damn well the precedent that he was trying to set. And this man is so much of a devil that he actually went to an HBCU to tell you jakes in silent code that I'm about to come after your ass, okay? Because now I'm not going after actual white supremacists. Have you ever seen these devils go after the KKK like they went after the Black Panthers, like they went after Malcolm X, like they went after Martin Luther the King, like they went after Marcus Garvey? Have you ever seen them devils launch that type of operation against the actual white supremacist groups? And they've been around for how long? You don't have every, major black supremacist group that they would label it that ever existed. They're not even half of what they was no more, or just completely non-existent. But yet the KKK is still running around, and they not even wearing white hoods no more. They wearing a police badge, uniform. They slamming the gavel and giving your ass football numbers. All right. That's how they get down. But they're not being infiltrated, though. Now it's all about, we need to deal with these blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. See that? If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, I'm going to deal with this white supremacy problem. We're going to rid America of white supremacists. This can no longer go on. Even though we've been letting it go on for 400 plus years, right? Now we have to do something to save America. We need to make America great again. Yet shall he undermine thee. Nigga, I'm about to kill your ass, all right? I hate you. I've been hated you, and I'm about to show you how much I hate you now, okay? I just did that to put you to sleep. I just said that to make you believe that I was on your side. Even though for hundreds of years, I've openly shown that I've been against you. I've openly shown that I hate you. I've openly shown that I want to destroy you. And that leads me here to Psalm 55, and we can start at 19. It says, Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Smoother than butter, right? But war was in his heart. This man's words are like drawn swords. We need to deal with white supremacy. Code word for it, we need to deal with you Israelites. Okay, we need to destroy you Israelites. War was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. See that? So for all you Jakes out there that still think that the so-called white man is your friend, you think Joe Biden is out to help you, Donald Trump, any one of them, then you deserve all the judgment that's coming to you, because the warning is gone out. You've been made aware of the truth. And if you want to be willfully ignorant, then hey, the Most High is going to allow you to be taken by this man. All right? Next article. Raging Vlad. Russia stages massive war games with 100 warships and scrambles 2 nuke bombers off Scotland in warning to NATO. So we're seeing that this third world's woe, or the third world's war, is heating up. All right? The Most High has a spirit on these kings to be raised up in the spirit of war, of battle. Okay, Joel 3:12, the Lord mustereth the host of the battle together for war. Vladimir Putin staged a huge show of military strength today in the Baltic Sea and Pacific Ocean amid setbacks in his war in Ukraine. In a warning to NATO, Moscow engaged in armada of over 100 warships in naval drills while also flying 2 nuclear bombers over the north coast of Scotland. And that's right up in NATO territory. Okay, so Russia flexing its muscle. All right, any day now, China is about to go up in Taiwan. You know, we already in World War III, but you're just seeing things intensify every single day. And hey, we don't even really know everything that's going on because they're not going to report on it. Like even things like this, you really got to search for this information. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to bring this out on the mainstream media. Biggest food shortage in 40 years. Local food bank in desperate need of donations. Famine is coming. We told you. Albany, Georgia. Food is a necessity for everyone. In South Georgia, one food bank is seeing a food shortage that hasn't been as bad in decades. WALB's Jim Wallace sat down with the food bank CEO to get more on the issue. See if this right here will play.
I'm joined now by the CEO of Feeding the Valley Food Bank. That's Frank Shepard. And Frank, you're telling us about secondary markets. What's going on?
Sure, Jim. We're experiencing the biggest food shortage we have in the 40 years of food banking, and it's pandemic related. It's really a number of causes. Our federal government and state governments provided a plentiful amount of food during the pandemic to help so many more people in need, and those supply lines are just a little slow to replenish. Then you have the whole supply chain issue. Things are just taking 3, 4, 5, 10 times as long to get to us as they used to. And rapid inflation is affecting a lot of people, a lot of our donors as well. So it's really just a perfect storm, unfortunately, of circumstances that
these food banks is going through it. And this is just a bad omen. This is an omen to come of what is going to take place in Babylon the Great. It tells you in 2nd Ezra 9:6 that suddenly the full storehouses shall be found empty. So there's going to come a time where even the food banks, places where people go, where there is food stored, even they are going to have no food. See? Then it's going to, go to your, well, you'll really know when there's a famine when the food banks aren't getting no food in there. But by the time you see that, your local, grocery market, they going to be dried out too. Or the food going to be scarce on the shelves too. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. And once that happen, truckers ain't gonna be moving. It's not, you see, because right now there's a surplus. All right, everyone has, all these storehouses have a surplus. So even if their on-floor supply gets, scarce, they have surplus that they can go to replenish, because they constantly have trucks coming in right now. But in the situation when the trucks stop and the surplus dwindles down to no plus, then everybody's going to be in for a real problem. All right, that's when you're going to see society turn into a very, very bad place to be. All right, it's already bad, but we talking about complete hell here, when all hell breaks loose. All right, that's what we talking about, man. And these times, we here. You know what I'm saying? We definitely here in these times, and it's about to get critical. It says, we're experiencing the biggest food shortage we have in the 40 years of food banking. CEO of Feeding the Valley Food Bank, Frank Shepard, said, and it's pandemic related. It's really a number of causes. Our federal government and state government provided a plentiful amount of food during the pandemic to help so many more people in need. And those supply lines are just a little slow to replenish. Then you have the whole supply chain issue. Things are just taking 3, 4, 5, 10 times as long to get to us as they used to, and rapid inflation is affecting a lot of people, a lot of our donors as well. So it's really just a perfect storm. See, a perfect storm of what? Famine, death, food insecurity, the sword. See, unfortunately, of circumstances, that has got our inventories at record low levels. As the unfortunate part is, it's still increasing, still 35% above pre-pandemic levels. So it's the wicked combination of increased demand and low supply. But we're working through those issues and continue to get people fed. But it's going to come a time where people aren't going to be fed. It's going to come a time people are going to go to the food banks and the bank is going to be out of food. All right. And that's going to lead to what? Rioting, anger, sedition among men, people fighting against one another like enemies. All right. Mother against daughter. Okay. Wife against husband, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law, sister against brother. See? So we coming into times that are very, very perilous. All right. A lot of people in the time we coming into are about to perish. See? Let's go to Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away. Now, to pine away means to basically wither away until death. Okay? To languish, to perish. All right? To waste away. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. So people are going to be in such a destitute, in the, completely finished through situation that they're going to pine away. All right. And they're going to pine away for what? For want of the fruits of the field, for nourishment, sustenance, food, to fill their bellies. It ain't going to be none of that. It's going to be a severe famine in the land. See, and the Lord is bringing those same plagues that he put on ancient Egypt, on modern day Egypt. All right, the Lord sent a famine in ancient Egypt. Hey, well, the same thing is coming today. This is all judgment. All right, this is all judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Ezekiel 5:12. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. And it also tells you in 2nd Ezra, I believe, 16 and 15, that dang, it was just on my mind. Salakia, you know what I'm saying? I'm real super tired. It's been a long day. You know, I'm trying to do my best. Second, matter of fact, let me just get it, man. Let me just get it. Oh no, I'm thinking about Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. See if I can get that real quick. $28. Or 29. Just bear with me one moment. Matter of fact, let me do this. Spirits created for vengeance. That's how you know. I swear that's 28 though. Just bear with me one moment. One moment. One moment. 39. See, that's how you know I'm tired today. Great. Ecclesiasticus 39. All right, let's get it. I'm thinking about 29. So like it. Ecclesiastes 39. Here we go. In 29, fire and hell, famine. Okay, famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Okay, so this ultimately this famine that's gonna come upon the earth. This is for vengeance, man. Okay, this is for vengeance upon these wicked ass people. All right, because these people have had it coming for a very long time. They've lived high on the hog in America, Babylon the Great. They've lived in decadence. They've lived in wickedness and pride. Okay, and the Most High said that all those that are proud shall be brought low in the day of vengeance. Okay, and this is exactly what is about to take place, man. Hey, the Lord about to bring a great humbling to these people. All right, all of the haughtiness and all of the laughter and just all of the pride, hey, like, all that's about to cease, man. Okay, production is about to halt still. You know what I'm saying? These females out here, man, they ain't gonna be able to get no 20 millimeter eyelashes. Okay, they ain't gonna be able to get no nails painted. They ain't gonna be able to get no weave. You know what I'm saying? You know, so hey, man, you know, things are about to change. Okay, people are about to be greatly humbled. Okay, the Lord is bringing that upon the earth. Organized retail theft pushes stores to create safety measures. All right, and right now, I know in LA, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like you have organized hits on certain retail stores. You know what I'm saying? Where gangs actually go up in these stores and hit these stores for thousands of dollars worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? TVs, game systems, you know, expensive sound systems or whatever of value that they can get. And, you know, out there in California, they're pretty much enabled to do that because of the ways that the laws are set up. But at the same time, you have these stores closing down, you know what I'm saying, because of high theft and this, that, the third. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, the Lord is setting everything up perfectly. Okay, he's increasing the crime. He's closing down the physical stores. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's going to get to a point where, you know, everything is going to be controlled through AI. You know what I'm saying? So you're not even going to be able to get up into a store like that unless you have the you know what, the MOT to the B. And you see that you're not going to be able to buy and sell. And this is going to be a catalyst towards that. They're going to say, oh, well, people are going to stores and they're stealing and this, that, the third. Well, now you have to take the C-HIP. So we know who you are. We know what you're spending your money on. We have your ID. You know what I'm saying? So there is going to be no anonymous theft. Okay, they're going to know, you know what I'm saying, everything that's going on. It says retailers have lost billions with shoplifting and organized retail largely to blame. Some businesses are redesigning their stores to reduce crime and help save their bottom line. Okay, which really these stores, they're not losing anything really. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that they have in these stores is insured. So if somebody steals a $1,500 TV, guess what? That TV is insured. And they get the money back for the TV and then some from the insurance. You see? So they really not losing no money. You see, because what's going on with these certain robberies, that's really petty theft. You know what I'm saying? And these are billion-dollar corporations, Walmart, Target, you know what I'm saying, Public, Kroger. You know what I'm saying? These are billion-dollar corporations, man, so they not losing no money. You know? It says, according to CWB Chicago, Walgreens, there only has 2 aisles of touchable merchandise with things like snacks. For everything else, customers have to plan an order at a digital kiosk or on the app and pick it up at a counter. See that? This is not going to work. They're going to lose a lot of customers, which they don't care about losing customers because ultimately they know that they have what you need. You see, they got what you need, man. So ultimately they know you're going to have to come to them. You may not like it right now, but when this famine hit, you know, and they tell you to take the MOTB, guess what? You're going to do it because you don't got nowhere else to get no food. You don't have no farming skills. You don't got no lands to grow no food on. So you're going to have to go to Esau and get down with his system. Revelation 13-16. As we, always keep bringing it out. The Washington Post reported Giant Food has hired security guards. And that's the spirit, because I remember way back, you know what I'm saying? This had to be, I want to say, the end of 2021 or early 2022, because you was having like similar the similar things go on, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. But it was happening. You know what I'm saying? The store shelves was periodically short in some areas. But I remember bringing it out in a lesson. I said, listen, it's going to get so bad to the point where these stores, you're not going to be able to just go inside a store and walk out freely as you do now. It's going to come a time where they're going to have armed security guards like the bank. All right, in order to get into the store, you're going to have to show your ID to get into the store. Okay, armed guards, you know what I'm saying, strapped with AR-15s, bulletproof vests, okay, bulletproof helmet, all that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to let you into the store. And once you see that, that's how you really know that America is finished. You know what I'm saying? But they want it to get so chaotic to a point where they have an excuse to put these things into place, these draconian measures, man. All right? They want to take away what little freedom that people do have, and they want to completely lock everything down. Limited self-checkout to 20 things, and it's also securing certain items in their grocery stores. In San Francisco, the city's largest Whole Foods, a Nordstrom, and Old Navy's flagship store have all closed. In 2021, retailers lost $94.5 billion to shoplifting. That's up from $90.8 billion in 2022. And these numbers are wildly inflated, man. All right, because like I said, everything in that they have in them stores is insured. Okay. They may lose a couple dollars here, give or take, but they're getting more back than what they lost. All right, that's the point. This is all just to make it look good. Oh, we're getting took, you know what I'm saying? So we need to close stores and all this. Nah, man, this is all part of a bigger agenda. Okay, this is all part of the NWO, which is what? You shall own nothing and you will be happy. All right, in the words of Klaus Schwab. All right, let's go here and close out. Adams floats idea of New Yorkers housing migrants in private residences. See, so now they want to house these residents that came over the border at the end of Title 42 in your own private house. Now you can see where that's going. You can see what kind of chaos that's going to cause. You see. Let's get into it. It says, any spare rooms at Gracie Mansion? Mayor Eric Adams now wants to start paying everyday New Yorkers to shelter migrants in their own homes, as the Big Apple struggles to find beds for the thousands of asylum seekers still flooding into the city. In the latest attempt to battle the ongoing migrant crisis, Adams on Monday floated a half-baked private residence plan, which could possibly see local homeowners getting compensation to put up asylum seekers. His owner put forward the proposal as he revealed religious leaders had agreed to start housing adult male migrants overnight at 50 places of worship scattered across the 5 boroughs next month. Now, I've seen things on TikTok. I've seen people, speaking about it, bringing it out that these migrants, they're pretty much tearing shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are having a lot of gripes with these migrants, man. You know what I'm saying that they're, very destructive, that they're actually bringing down, New York and the other places where they are even more. Okay, now, you have a lot of them, they are just there to seek asylum, but then they let in also a lot of sleeper cells. Okay, a lot of military age Chinese men, okay, men of other nationalities that would otherwise be against America. They're here, man. All right, and hey, it's not everyone that came over the border is good. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and then at that, it wasn't like they came of their own fruition up to the border and came into New York and other places. Nah, man, they were flown in, they were bussed in. Okay, they were given stimulus to actually come to America. So this is something that the government, for their own sinister purpose, this is something that they wanted to take place. All right. So, hey, man, it tells you in 2nd Ezra 15 that because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, so hey, we coming into times where once again things are about to change for the worst. You see, life as you know it right now, where you can go to work and go home, go to the store freely, and go out to eat or travel, all that's about to end. Okay, all that is about to be done, man. You see, we are really in that last hour where the Lord is about to drop that hammer down and all hell is about to break loose. And then you seeing things like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to look at the bigger picture and understand how bad the things are going to get long term. You see? And if you've seen the movie Forever Purge, all right, hey, you had the whole United States that was literally on fire, man. Okay, you had chaos everywhere. And you also seen a lot of you really seen a lot of migrants, okay, a lot of foreigners in that movie. Go, if y'all haven't seen Forever Purge, go and watch that movie. All right, that's exactly how they want the scenario to be. And we know that Esau puts his visions, his plans on the big screen. Okay, that's kind of like his self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, that's kind of like him telling you, well, I told you what was going to happen. You didn't believe it because it's in a movie. You know what I'm saying? But this is the mind of the devil. Okay, so is that all the precepts I wanted to bring out? Yeah, that's all the precepts. All right, so I probably went a little bit over the time I wanted to go over, but it's all good. It's all through the spirit. Thank y'all for, bearing with me. You know what I'm saying? When you're tired, your mind just goes blank. You know what I'm saying? But if you made it this far, hopefully this lesson was edifying through the Rakat Kadash. In closing, call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakat Kadash. And until next time, Shalom to the elect.